Hello, wellness warriors, and welcome to season 2. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe we are already launching into another season in a new year, all around how we can amplify the wellness warrior within. Happy 2023, beautiful warriors. I'm so grateful to be here, to be spending time and space around, again, the topic that we find most exciting, which is this ability, this innate ability to honor, to become in some situations, and to relish in all that we already are, all that we are calling in to become, and taking the time and giving ourselves permission to speak it out with others, to journal about it, to learn about it, to do all of the things. Oh, you guys, we are here today. We are here today kicking off this new year, and I'm so excited. First, I hope you had a safe and healthy and wonderful holiday season. Second, I am going to get better and better at ending seasons and launching seasons. And I'm so excited and I'm so grateful. I'm eternally grateful that you all continue to walk this path with me. If you could see from the bird's eye view that I have, what we have coming up in this coming year, the people that are going to be coming onto the platform, I know there are even more I have not met that are going to bring powerful messages forward to continue to help all of us amplify the wellness warrior within. And it is, of course, with great excitement that I'm launching into a big step in this direction in this coming year. So I want to first talk about a few things before I talk about what is going to be my big step in the way of self-love this year. And I'm going to be doing it right here, first month 1. And I'm going to carry the success through the entire year. So first things first, you guys, I'm going to celebrate that we have a ton of warriors, 35 warriors that have committed to amplifying these first 10 days, the first Monday through the following Wednesday. So it was January 2nd through January 11th. We're on day 2. And I am so proud of us. I'm so excited for so many humans knowing that there's new knowledge out there. There's new ways of doing things. It's not because we're not already smart or intelligent or have things that work. It's through the curiosity, the seeking the insight from others' success that I believe stretches us into places and expands us in ways in which we would otherwise likely not grow into. And so with that, in this boot camp, you guys, I call it a boot camp. I actually explained this in a recent Clubhouse room. And if you have not met our community on Clubhouse, I invite you to come on over there. I invite you to come get in the conversation. Even if you choose to have a comfy, what we call a comfy seat in the listening lounge, which is, we call it on the couch. And listen, it's like a podcast, but in real time, like listening to live radio. The beautiful thing is you can raise your hand and come on up, and you can not only ask questions, you can also pay forward your wisdom, and the amount of collaboration, connection, community, and true amplification of my life has happened because of so many over this last year has happened because of so many of the people that I've met on that platform. So if you haven't come and met us over there, we're like 5,500 strong, I believe, in our club, which is amazing. That many humans finding value not only in the Wellness Warrior Collective, but in that act and practice of walking in the work. And for those that are over there, I said this recently when I was leading one of the rooms, and it is that, the invitation and like to come over to Clubhouse is the wonderful thing is that we get to interact. We get to participate with one another, and we're able to expand and consider things because of the dialogue that comes up. So would love to have you there for the boot campers. I shared in there, as I was saying previously, that I only call it a boot camp because of marketing. And so the truth of the matter is I consider it a 10-day personal commitment or self-love commitment, a promise to myself, if you will, a promise to my best friend. Which is, if you can't see me because you're listening to me, I'm pointing my fingers right at my best friend. It's me. I have come to understand that when I take care of me, I am the best of me in all the places I show up. And so we only call it a boot camp so that others have some excitement around joining in. But I really invite us to find flow. I hear a lot of people go, I'm going to go hard. And I'm like, ugh, like, can't life already be hard in its own right? Like, doesn't that come down the tunnel, whether we ask for it or not? So what if we proclaim this to be easy? What if we set ourselves up for success by the way we choose to frame things? What if being a wellness warrior and amplifying the one that lives within is something that happens in flow? What if you're going into rooms or tapping into podcasts like this and it teaches you one thing and you apply it? And that isn't a total transformation in that moment. You're not a brand new person. You're a grown, evolved, more informed version of yourself. Not new, simply expanded. And so I invite us to consider that we have this capability in all that we are walking in. And I am walking into something really big. And I am using all the tools in my toolbox to bring forth positive reframing, positive mindset, self-love, health, taking care of my health, like healthcare. And I say that from a place of preventative and also holistic practices. And so that's what I want to start here with, because we're going to have some conversation around this. And if you're a guy, stick around. For all of my men in the audience, I love you. You're appreciated. And the most important thing is that the conversation that I'm about to lead into does not only impact women. It does not only impact women. And having brothers out here in the world who understand what I'm about to share means that we have the possibility for there to be more beacons, or as I call lighthouses, that can help to guide others towards information that can be pivotal and life-saving, in my opinion. And so on 1/20/23, yes, 17 short days from this recording, because I am recording this one in the new year. We've got some things coming, but I'm recording this one for our community in the new year, embodying where I am about to step forward. In 17 short days, after more than a decade of truly being, of not listening to my body, for more than 10 years, I've experienced pain. I've had fatigue and brain fog that I know is different, and others could say, you do so much, there's no chance. But I know the way my brain works. I also know that I've lost sensation in my right side. I have harsh pain that happens pretty much all of the time, regularly, pains that will stop me in my sentence. My husband's like, are you okay? And I am okay. And I'm going to be even more okay, because on 1/20/23, January 20th of this month, I'm having an explant to remove what never deserved to be in my body. I'm removing my implants, my breast implants, and I'm speaking this out to our entire community because it is my hope to save one other human. If you're a woman, maybe it's you. Maybe it's your daughter. Maybe it's your mother. If you are a man, it could be any one of those. Maybe it's the woman that you love. Because I sought to improve, and I'm doing air quotes, improve myself, because I genuinely wanted to be better for my husband. Now, that isn't something he asked me to do. He didn't ask me to do any part of this. It was my thinking in my brain because of the programming we've been fed for so long, and my low self-confidence and my body dysmorphia from my teenage years that still has an impact to this day. And I can see those voices be the first responders, and I can choose to pause and think differently, choose different thoughts. But 10 years plus ago, I didn't have these tools. 10 years ago, I was still subscribing to the idea that my worth was somehow correlated with my outside appearance. I thought that there was a need to look a certain way to be worthy. I thought that it was serving to be more attractive for my husband. That one tears me up because it's true and self-inflicted and self-inflicted. I thought I wasn't enough as I was, and I was going in for another surgery, and it was offered to me to get a mommy makeover and make the whole thing, I'm doing air quotes again, worth it. And for someone who at that point in my life, I could not even stand in a mirror naked, nor wear a bikini, and I'm wiping tears from my eyes. And for those of you that may see this on the YouTube channel in the future, you will know that that's true. And I was not a woman who could even stand in a mirror naked. I didn't wear a bikini or even bathing suits confidently. And I had a lot of judgment for myself. And so in that depleted space, when I went in for a health associated surgery, and it became this opportunity to capitalize, if you will, is how it was presented to me. It doesn't work this way anymore. A decade later, insurance has actually shifted, so you cannot benefit. But this was the proposal that I know was not only made to me, but many, many women. And when someone looks you in the eyes and definitely encourages you or invites you to consider that like what you have is broken and it could definitely be better, that doesn't land in a space where I walked out feeling enough. And so I chose to go under the knife, and I regretted it the day after I got out. I started to have pain. I had some other areas. I lost sensation in my left side. I had displacement that I really didn't like. The surgery and the scars were really unfavorable for me in terms of the precision and in terms of the final result. And I didn't know what to do because now it was going to cost so much more to take it out. And I had to go through it all again. And I had no idea what was going to be left because when I originally had thought about the mommy makeover, I was going to only do a lift. I've always been or always was a large chested person. And so I was going to keep my natural, I'm doing air quotes, natural physique, but I was going to be minimally invasive, if you will, and only look for a lift. And it was through the fear that was bestowed upon me that I may not have much left and that I would be pretty flat chested that I chose to go the opposite direction. And so I'm coming on here because we're going to unpack a lot around not only this particular kind of surgery, but these implantations, these injections, these topical creams, these methods, these lasers that are being touted as the next greatest invention while killing those of us that are striving to remain ageless. And it's predominantly at this moment in time, a woman-based service, meaning more females than males enter in to this scope of service space or clientele, customers, however you want to refer to them, refer to us. And so there's more of us that believe that we have to make some shift and that it's our duty to remain ageless. It's our inability to be able to come and love ourselves as we are, accept our God-given gifts and ways and looks and corners and stretch marks. And we have been misguided to think that something outside of us is the solution. I don't stand for that. Not anymore. Not anymore. You'll find me most of the time, if you're looking again, if you're seeing me on screen, and if you're not, and you're on the podcast, you're going to see me more in this fresh face, no makeup situation than you are going to find me in anything that is dolled up. Not because I never will at this moment, but because there is no way to start to doll ourselves up or to become, more done makeup, hair, nails, skin. The more we layer on, the more we push in. That's how it goes. Whatever goes on our skin is going is coming in contact with our body, it is going inward. And so I'm selective. I'm conscious. This is my path. I'm not saying it has to be yours. This is what I'm choosing to optimize and amplify the wellness warrior within me. And it's why I'm choosing to have an explant. It's why I've been on a healing protocol with a naturopath, Dr. 𝗪𝐵, who will be here on the podcast to talk about and unpack how and why these things that we're adding into our body are so disruptive. What they're doing to our human body and what it's bringing forth for people all over the world. So I'm sharing some things with you, things like gut issues, even the bags underneath my eyes, having skin rashes on my body that are unexplained, and eating super clean and knowing what is going into my body. And so I know, and I came to learn, I know that implants are not healthy for us. The reason that I know is the amount of research that I've done now, and also the lack of research. In fact, implants went into humans and were never studied for safety. They were one implant was put into subdermally into a dog, and the dog lived. That was what equated to it's safe enough for humans. Fact check me. And this is atrocious. And implants have been around for a long time. So that is to say that this kind of behavior started all the way back then and has been consistent if we pay attention in many areas of our life where we overlook long, sound, double-blind, placebo-based research, clinical data, things that we can rest our head on the pillow and know with certainty. We have moved far away from that certainty with the things that are allowed to be done to us, the things we're allowed to consume, the things we're allowed to put in our body, the things we're allowed to put on our body, the things we're allowed to breathe, the things we're allowed to eat, the things we're allowed to drink, the list goes on. And so I invite us all to come back to this place where they, whoever they are not responsible for us, for me. I am responsible for me. You are responsible for you. And when we go inward and we evaluate, where is there room for me to amplify? What is it that I'm not currently applying that if I do, I could see a difference? The world can change for us. Our life can, and in my belief, it will change. And so we're heading off. We're launching into our next season, season 2, with as much commitment, even more committed than in season 1, as I'm learning the ropes of how to continue to bring this beautiful mission of ours and mine forward. And so with that, I'm so excited because this is coming forth. We're going to continue to unpack. And I would love to hear from you. What is it that you want to hear? I am so blessed by my network, and I'm so blessed by the people who know, love, and trust me and will say yes to coming on and having a conversation. So send your requests to us, please. Head to wellnesswarriorcollective.com. You can see there our shop, our events, our community. And for all podcast-related content, go to Wellness Warrior Collective podcast, or on wellnesswarriorcollective.com. There's a podcast, not link, I'm forgetting what it's called, but in the top of the title or in the top of the website, there is a page. And so you can click there and make your way right on over to the podcast website, and you can leave a voice memo. We'd love to hear your voice. We'd love to integrate you and invite you into the podcast, spotlight you if you have a special share. We also would love to hear. We'd love to hear, what would you like to learn? Who do you want to learn from? How can we help to amplify you? That is my deepest calling, my greatest desire, and the thing that absolutely fills me up, because once I fill my cup, I run over, and I am excited to let that rain on our Wellness Warrior community. So from my heart to yours, welcome to 2023, and thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for showing up and listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for inviting others to take part. And if you have a specific question around breast implant illness or breast implant removal or explant or any of those things, please don't hesitate. You can find me on all social media platforms at lindsaya.com as well, or I can easily be connected through Wellness Warrior Collective. I hope to see you in the Facebook group. We've got lots of live and poppin' fun stuff coming. And we are going to have even more I can't imagine, because the way that it continues to unpack in this beautiful life is that all the good is continuing to come faster and faster and flood in our direction. And we're excited to be launching into that and relishing in all of that with you. So have the most beautiful, beautiful beginning to your new year. We hope to see you and hear from you soon. And again, stay wise, stay conscious, stay curious, stay open, stay centered in love, most importantly for self. Wellness Warriors, I love you, and I'm grateful to be here with you. Have a beautiful day.